morning, my darlings. Welcome to another vlog. So today we are at Chelsea Flower Show once again. I've got Charlie with me today and we are having a little look around. I can already tell that we are going to need a lot more time here today because there are so many stalls here that we want to have a look at. Charlie is chatting with Dan, who owns a company called Parker & Coop, which is these lovely wood storage pieces. We are actually here today as guests of the Newt, so we're going to head over to their hospitality area in a second. It's Charlie's first ever Chelsea Flower Show and our first flower show since we moved house, so it's safe to say we now have a lot more room for some of the things that we might purchase here. But to be honest, I'm just looking forward to getting inspired by the show gardens. So what happens is there's lots of different show gardens where even companies like Nicholson's have a space, show off what they can do, and they can win medals, gold, silver, bronze medals. And then there's also lots of companies that show off their products, like Parker & Coop, where we are right now. So yeah, we're going to have a little wander around. I did show you very briefly in Thursday's vlog, but I had a little bit too much rosé at that point, so hopefully this one will be a little bit more thorough.
I mean, obviously you want this on display, but even outside a shed or
it
makes it much easier to store.
Really hard product.
Yeah.
So we've just come across the way to this area, and these are the guys that make the little shepherd's huts for the pig hotels, and they've got a wood-fired bathtub out here, complete with wine or champagne and hanging planters. Excitingly, we have found the Nicholson's stand. I looked for this yesterday, couldn't find it, and they have done a beautiful oak structure with a wildflower roof.
I mean, that is spectacular.
So this exact structure is going to be donated to the UCLH hospital for cancer patients. However, you can commission them. They have already commissioned a couple for private clients and a couple of castles apparently. So if we go inside, there is actually a glass roof. You could do a little bit of work in here, you could put your Peloton in here.
Honestly, imagine this as a home office.
Wow, and it's obviously a living wood edge finish, wildflower at the top here. Got some roses climbing up, lots of wildflower. How fab. So we're making a little pit stop, and this is the most gorgeous area, which is the Newt's hospitality space. Charlie's digging into the breakfast, so a lot of these products are fresh from the Newt in Somerset, from their farm. Ooh, very nice. Fresh strawberries, we've got some homemade granola, and a beautiful display of just simply branches and alliums. So lovely. So we've come back to the Hartley Botanic area. We're just reminding ourselves what colour our greenhouse is going to be. It's more of like a, I think it's this one.
Yeah, that's nice, I like that.
Yeah, I thought it would be a really nice soft colour against the Cotswold stone.
It's difficult because I actually, as a colour, I prefer forest green.
I think that's what this one is.
Or no, this is black olive, I think.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm not sure.
No, it's got to be black olive. That just shows you how different things can be.
Really interesting.
Unless it's not on here, but I think you're right, against Cotswold stone, the lighter colour will look better.
Beautiful. So inside the Grand Pavilion is where the flower growers show off their best blooms. This is the most gorgeous peony garden. So lovely. And this is Primrose Hill Peonies. So this is the beautiful rose that has been named after Dame Deborah James, and it is the Deborah James rose, and we have just had a little smell. It's a very gentle but unmistakably rose fragrance, absolutely beautiful, and in the most gorgeous, very pale pink with a slightly deeper pink centre. Absolutely gorgeous.
These are amazing, aren't they?
What's your favourite bit so far, darling?
I still think the Nicholson's design, to be honest, because I love seeing things that have been really sort of well created. You know, that's taken a year or so of design and thought.
They've done a great job.
I think the only thing is, I'm not mad on the fact that this is all undercover.
You wouldn't have been saying that this time yesterday, darling. Pouring with rain. Now this is very much putting my veggie garden to shame. Actually, I have to say, darling, my pak choi looks just as good as theirs, don't you think? If not better, I would say. But their bright light chard is doing exceptionally well, whereas mine is only just sprouting. The king of the roses, David Austin. That's a lovely one.
It's quite a nice creamy colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Should go and have a meander through the rose arch. Another beautiful garden antique dealer. This one's called Garden Art. They have the most beautiful stone structures. And look at these stone urns with all the lichen detail. Beautiful. So this is where I actually bought some of our garden frames from. This would be really good for growing my courgettes or my pumpkins up, because so many courgette and pumpkin varieties actually like to climb.
So we got a few from Garden Trading, didn't we?
Yeah, but the more recent ones I actually got from these guys, Agri Frames. Oh wow, look at this. A super tall structure.
Oh wow.
That would be great for runner beans.
Do you need one that tall?
Climbing beans.
I like it in here.
Suits you, darling.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Look, this gives you a bit of inspo. Under your shelving, I was a couple of fans.
Yeah,
They
that's
live
great.
under there, and then they'd always look nice. And all you need to do is mist them every now and again.
Very true.
Good inspo, that's true.
Another of our favourite brands is here. This is Delavita, and this is actually a ginormous version of the pizza oven. We've not seen one this big before. I can't believe it, we've just spotted. It's a mega version of the pergola that we've got in our garden. And I didn't even know who made it before, so this is amazing to see. So if anybody wanted a pergola like ours, Willstone. Wow. So Charlie's chatting to the guys here, and we've just found out that our stone pillars are over 400 years old. They will be genuine antique pillars, and then they add the metal framework. So it's a company called Willstone.
Which is nice.
It's amazing that we found this out here. Charlie has spotted the dream outdoor kitchen. Look at this space. My goodness.
It's Guy Ritchie's project.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
This is serious setup.
Do you remember the film The Gentleman? They featured it in that quite cleverly.
Really? That's great product placement. But look at the, oh my gosh. Wow. Imagine having this set up in the bottom of your garden. So this is, oh my gosh, even a fat fryer for doing your chips. A little TV unit in the back of this structure. Oh, it's so incredible. What outdoor kitchen dreams are made of. Charlie's found the mini version. Oh, nice cutlery.
I know.
Very nice. Oh, that is very, very nice. Another fabulous outdoor kitchen setup. Not sure what brand this is. Let's have a little look.
I came across this brand as well when I was looking to see if we could find an alternative option, but they're just not. It's like a bit too modern.
So the Newt have set up a little challenge where you have to squeeze the honker, smell the fragrance, and guess the flower. We haven't got any of them right yet. What's this one?
Oh, I know that smell though. Oh, I really know that smell.
Rosemary? Yay!
Yeah, well done.
Well, my darlings, sadly I have had to leave the flower show, but I'm heading to a really lovely lunch now at the Connaught Hotel with Elizabeth Arden, the team from Elizabeth Arden. And it was a really, really lovely morning. It was so nice seeing so many of the brands that we either have already, seeing their full selection of products, or brands that we maybe follow on Instagram or have looked at. I think Charlie especially was really excited to see so many brands that he's been researching. Definitely a lot on our wish list, especially those amazing outdoor kitchens. I mean, imagine having loads of friends over and everyone can kind of cook their own meal in the middle area. It's just so, so fun. I also bumped into so many of you guys that watched the video. It was really lovely to meet so many of you, and there was definitely a few other bloggers as well that it was great to catch up with. Definitely wish I could have stayed longer, but I think the Newt are going to be sponsoring the flower show for a few more years, and I think doing it over 2 days is definitely the way to go. So I'm going to book in 2 days next year as well. So I think for lunch we have got, I believe it's a 7-course taster menu, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Really looking forward to that. Today has actually been a little bit of a logistical nightmare because we stayed at Charlie's mum and dad's in Windsor last night, We drove into central London. I have parked the car in Mayfair right outside the Connaught, but it's only got 4 hours on the parking meter until you have to move it. So I'm gonna have to excuse myself in the middle of the lunch and go and move the car. My suitcase is in the car because I have an overnight stay tonight. So it's just a lot of maneuvering and figuring out logistics of where to keep my suitcase, where to be at what time. But we'll have a busy day in London, and I also didn't bring any supplies with me to curl or do anything with my hair because I'd hoped that the blow dry that I had yesterday was gonna last, and then I got caught in the rain, so it's a hair scrape back in the bun situation, but never mind. So we're almost at the Connaught and I'm feeling very peckish, so I'm excited for that. Well, it's not hard to tell which is our car, the dirtiest car on the street by far. I actually have seen chauffeurs along this street shammying their cars so that they are ultra clean and shiny. But I was just saying to our taxi driver, this is probably the cleanest our car ever is. Never mind, I'm going to grab my suitcase and then meet the Arden ladies for our lovely lunch.
Just setting up, thanks to joining us. And of course, I can do the lunch if you have any question regarding food, regarding the kitchen, I can be there. So, thank you.
Charlie to start interviewing the chef, picking up all the tricks of the trade.
They use this in Switzerland.
Yeah. But it's called monk's head in Switzerland.
Yeah, your mum has one of those.
Yeah.
And then we serve it with a black cherry jam to counterbalance the taste.
With by-product, particularly with men, is that they apply them to the eye bag and not below the eye bag. How good was that cake? Did you have some? Nothing you should have
Hello again, my darlings. Gosh, bit of an echo in here. I feel like this vlog has been super random so far. You don't know where I'm gonna crop up. It has been here, there and everywhere. Today has been one of those days, dashing from Chelsea Flower Show, from Windsor to Mayfair to Chelsea Flower Show, back to Mayfair, and now in King's Cross. So after the most incredible meal down at the chef's table at the Connaught, and it was so cool, you basically feel like you're going through the kitchens. You feel like you shouldn't be there, like Jack and Rose running through the kitchens in the Titanic. All the way downstairs is the kitchen, which is a 3 Michelin star chef's table experience. It was meant to be 7 courses, but it was more like 10 because we had 3 courses of aperitifs before the main event even started. But oh my goodness, some of the best food I have ever had. And we were there to celebrate the launch of the new Privage eye serum, which I'm going to pop on in a second because I don't know if you can tell, but my skin has just gone a little bit crazy. I think my skin has lost its ability to handle pollution and handle the city air, so I'm going to pop on a sheet mask in a second. But I have now arrived to the Standard Hotel, which is here in King's Cross, and tonight I have an overnight stay with Sky. So we are here to celebrate the fact that the Flight Attendant 2 is now out. You may have seen the Flight Attendant, the original series, which is where an air hostess, she's so much more than that, but her job as an air hostess, she meets a client on a business class journey, and let's just say they end up in a hotel room together and have a lovely evening together, and then she wakes up in his hotel room bed and there's a lot of blood everywhere and he's dead. So the series follows her as she tries to figure out what on earth has gone on. It's very gripping, and it was left on somewhat of a cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to see what season 2 has in store for us. So this is where we're staying to celebrate the launch of Flight Attendant 2. It's such a cool hotel. I was just saying to the girls, I have visited the Standard Hotel in New York. They have an amazing swimming pool on the roof there in their kind of nightclub area. Look how almost like aeroplane themed, aviation themed the room is. It's so, so cool. Ooh, let's turn on the lights. And we have a suitcase here with a little code to try and get into the case. Here's my boarding pass for tonight's activities. The flight attendant, special event, special guest of Sky. Ooh la la. Welcome aboard. This will be a trip you won't forget. Here's your itinerary and in-flight essentials. In-flight dinner, in-flight entertainment. Oh my goodness, there's something on the itinerary at 10 p.m. I'm gonna be asleep by 10 p.m. My goodness. Good morning, my darlings. It's now Friday morning. Gosh, it is bright and breezy up here. I've come up to the incredible, it's almost a 360 wraparound rooftop here at the Standard Hotel. I don't know why I'm doing this when I've got my back to the sun. Incredible night last night. So we were here to watch the season 2 premiere, first episode of The Flight Attendant. Charlie and I loved The Flight Attendant first season. It's kind of like, it's got a very serious undertone to what's actually going on, but it's still a comedy. And yeah, we got to watch the first episode of season 2 last night. They are all now available on Sky, so you can catch up on all of the episodes if, like me, you can't wait. So as soon as I'm home this evening, I think Charlie and I will catch up on the rest of season 2. But we had a really lovely dinner, and then I slept so well. And then this morning started off with a very invigorating facial. We had a little teaser session of a face gym facial where they use everything from like manual movements to rubber ball to these electrocurrents to really stimulate the face. But yeah, it was absolutely incredible. I'm going to take in these gorgeous views, and then I've got a couple of meetings today, so I'll try not to be as bad at vlogging as I was yesterday. But before we head off, let me show you this incredible view. So this amazing red brick building here is King's Cross St Pancras Station. So this is where all of the trains come in. It's such an iconic building. I think that must be another station there. BT Tower over there. You can just about see the London Eye. The city over there. I mean, look at this space. It really is spectacular. Afternoon, and I've done most of my meetings for the day. I've got a lovely lunch up next here at Wild by Tart, which is in Eccleston's Yard, close to Victoria. I've got on my Josie dress, my Amazon Josie dress, and I just want to show you the entryway to this restaurant because they've got some hanging dried flowers, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. And look at this flower display they've got going on, this hanging netting, and they've got wildflower, fennel, all hanging down. It just looks so beautiful. This is so lovely. They've got a little selection of Maison Margot crockery here. I recognise the tablecloth I've got at home. Some beautiful pieces. Good morning, my darlings. I cannot even begin to tell you how happy I am to be waking up to my favourite view. back home again after 3 days in London, and I'm so happy to be home. Oh, it's like an instant shoulders drop, jaw unclenches, relax. And it's so lovely to see how much the garden has bloomed. Obviously, while I've been away, the weather has been crazy. We've had sunshine and then torrential rain. It's been absolutely bonkers weather the last week, I would say, which is great for the garden. The salvia, the alliums and the lupins are just looking incredible. The bees are very happy here. Without even intending to, we've created such a heavenly space for bumblebees and honeybees and other kinds of bees. I didn't realise how much they love salvia. But they really do. There was a lot of focus on creating bee habitats at the Chelsea Flower Show. And that's exactly what we've done. Look at this big bumblebee over here. Oh, he's gone. After I've showered and got dressed, I'll take you down to the kitchen garden. Gosh, look, this is one lupin plant. And it has got so many flowers. You can really see all the different stages as they grow, as they open up. Absolutely incredible. Dixie! Duck, duck. I missed you, my dick. I missed you, my Lilin. I missed you. My best friends. I had a lot of deliveries while I was in London, but a couple are here in the kitchen because they are edible bits, and gosh, I never thought I'd get this excited about a delivery of eggs, but this has come from a company called St. U, and they are a Cornwall-based family-run company. Let's see, it says, a multi-award winning family business with a mission to become the leaders of innovation, warriors of welfare, and champions of farming, growing business into a force for good. Full transparency, family values, nurturing the well-being of our hens, people, customers, and communities. That sounds absolutely lovely, and Charlie and I do love a good egg. So I will make myself a yummy breakfast with these. And then we have a delivery here which I believe has come from Garnier. We have got some yummy treats inside. Victoria sponge cake. What's this? Oh, I think we've got an afternoon tea. Scones. And some of their SPF products. So anti-dark spots and super UV protection, SPF 50. Oh, is it an eye cream? Oh no, a whole face sunscreen. That's amazing. I wear Factor 50 every single day. Hopefully there might be a top-up in here of their spray, because that's really, really useful, especially if we've got guests that come over. And when we're sat out on that table, it can get really quite toasty. And I often have to bring SPF for our friends that are sat there. Oh, yes. This is the one. And this is really, really helpful to just spray on your face or your shoulders or your back to top up your SPF. You can also put it over or under your makeup. A special anti-aging super UV with hyaluronic acid. That sounds wonderful. So it looks like they've brought out a new version of their SPF 50 depending on your skincare need. So whether you want something quick and easy, I'd always recommend having one of these handy in the house or in your handbag, in the car. Really good in the car actually, especially if you're driving, to put on the backs of your hands. Also really nice and affordable as well. Excuse my voice. I did have, again, a lot of rosé last night and quite a late night, so feeling a little bit croaky. So this one is the anti-age with hyaluronic acid, anti-dryness with glycerin, and anti-dark spots, again with hyaluronic acid. So to be honest, I will use all of these because I want all of these benefits. Well, today has been a day of many exciting deliveries, but none more so than our new table and chair set down here in the kitchen garden. I'll let Charlie explain all about it because it was your discovery and your choice.
Yeah, so it's a brand called Oxenwood that I believe we saw at Farmhouse, but then we since sort of experienced it at Ali and Lydia's house, where we really loved their armchairs, didn't we? And I searched high and low for a similar level brand, because it is a real investment piece, but for a similar level of quality, and just couldn't find one. So anyway, we've been speaking to the guys there, and we ordered this, I think, about 8 to 10 weeks ago, because they're made to order.
Are they?
Oak table. It's called the Aubrey table, so it's a circular table, and it's got a Belgian bluestone top.
Okay.
Which is like a natural. Everything here is natural, which is nice. We've got the natural rattan chairs. They do an artificial rattan, which is more durable and waterproof. So for people that plan on leaving them out and don't have storage, but obviously we're going to put these away in sort of autumn, winter. But it was my dream to have a circular table, because I just love how sociable it is.
Yeah.
And obviously we love our table up there, but this just gives us a different option when we've got friends over or family over, doesn't it? And I can even see us sitting down here and working on our laptops.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Not too sunny, but it just feels like the final piece in the jigsaw, doesn't it?
I love how with the roundness of the chairs, it almost looks like a giant petal. It looks like a flower.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just being able to sit here and listen to that.
It's nice you can still see the fountain, because the fountain's got that height.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think yeah, from a walking down perspective, it doesn't ruin anything. It finishes this off, this area, and the whole sort of, this is where sort of with Nicholson's we were like, we wanted this area to be sat amongst the cut flower beds. So I think in the same way that the beds up there obviously are like, yeah, I know. He found something to roll in though. Dickens! Dickens! He's proper mincy.
He's such a
I feel like
pterodactyl.
he's in his teenage years, like he's the last couple of weeks he's turned really naughty.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you, but the door, when you were in London yesterday, the door was open, the back door was open, and yet he snuck up and did a massive wee on the entrance hallway. And then he snuck back in and he had his head down to the ground. I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't use pathways. I go straight through the flower bed. I take the most direct route. You funny little boy. You're
So anyway,
ridiculous.
to finish this, shout out to Oxenwood. They are a real investment, but what I loved is, even like from a marketing perspective, they're like, this is your forever table. And to be honest, this table, the quality of it, this will outlast
Longer than us.
The chairs probably won't, but they're fantastic. They're light as well, what I quite like.
Yeah, they're really light.
They're super light. And it gives us a different option, because they're a bit more laid back than our metal chairs up there.
Yeah.
And I think it always stood with me when we first had Liz from Nicholson's over. She was looking at our garden and she was like, you've got such potential here, but what you don't have and what you should try and create is like garden rooms. So different areas of your garden that feel separate, that you can enjoy in different ways. And I think we're kind of getting there now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because down here we've obviously got kitchen garden, which is functional but also really aesthetically pretty, and a lovely different area to socialise away from the house. It's a bit calmer down here.
Yeah.
Up there's near the barbecue, it's a bit more sort of lively.
If you want to take a phone call or
Yeah.
anything, you can come down here. It's a bit more
And I think
private.
we're gonna-
Dexy, no! So what we were really impressed with was the delivery. Obviously this had to come on like a giant metal contraption. I think I took some video clips you can see here, because it is so heavy. Ali and Lydia last night were saying that they had to, did they say 8 people
Their
to move
tables,
theirs?
So they've got a big their rectangular table is spectacular. We just don't have a big enough patio terrace area for one that size. But theirs is obviously significantly heavier. But even the 3 of us guys will struggle to lift this.
Yeah.
So this will be staying here, put it that way.
But it was amazing. They actually got the tape measures out and made sure it was exactly central. And Charlie, when he was working with Nicholson's on the design for this area, they measured out the table and the chairs and scooting back room to make sure that this table, so actually this stone circle was designed and made for this table. So everything has been very well planned, thanks to Charlie.
And I think it works really nicely, and it was a tricky one.
Dicky.
And then we've also obviously got some nice lighting out here now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then it's just a case of now we just need a bit of nice warm weather.
Yep. To enjoy.
But we feel very fortunate. This is a fantastic little new area.
So it's got little fossils inside, is that right?
Yeah, so
Where
it's
does the
entirely
stone come
natural.
from?
Well, it's called Belgian bluestone. We'll have to do a bit of research. Obviously, you know, everything here is using natural materials. That's what I love. What is rattan? Is rattan just the name of the?
I think these are willow. I think it's willow.
But is the method rattan and then the material?
I don't know, because like, my handbags are rattan. Maybe maybe rattan refers to willow that's been woven.
It's this thing called Ask Jeeves. Shout out if anyone else still uses Ask Jeeves.
I don't think it exists anymore.
I think it does. Let's have a look. Ask Jeeves.
I bet you have to go onto Google to find Ask Jeeves, though, don't you?
Whatever happened to Jeeves? Right, so what is rattan?
While Charlie searches that, you can see down here the seeds that we planted are starting to come through, and any gardeners that are watching will recognise this as a cosmos, and these, which Dexy is just about to flatten with his snout. Excuse me, sir. And your paws, you're squashing my seeds. And these are little zinnias, as modelled by Dickie's snout.
I think these are the cosmos here.
Yeah, they are.
And then these are the zinnias.
Yep, that's what I just said, darling.
Yeah. Well,
Is there an echo in here?
The other way around. Yeah.
There's an echo in here.
Right, rattan, also spelled rattan with one T, is the name for roughly 600 species of old world climbing palms.
No.
So they're a type of tree, but then I think what this is, what kind of material is rattan? It's a kind of cane. It's a bamboo, Jose.
Oh, you two. You're funny boys. You're funny little boys. You're so funny. You're so naughty. We have got the first rose that has bloomed down here in the cut flower garden, and it is quite possibly the most perfect rose I think I have ever seen. Look at that beautiful petal formation. I just smelt it as well, and it is just the most gorgeously soft but perfectly iconic rose fragrance. Look at that. This is one of the David Austin roses. I think this is one that my mum bought us actually when we moved in, but look at that. I wish you guys could smell it, and there's so many more buds to come. First coffee at the new table.
Yeah.
Does it taste better?
Do you know what it does, especially that sort of noise.
Yeah.
And that view of the church, I mean, we're just so blessed living there.
We are. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the window at the back of the church before. Look at that. Beautiful. We can come down here and listen to the wedding bells. Surprised there isn't a wedding today, actually. So here's some of the PR bits that arrived while I was in London. I thought I would quickly go through a few of these with you because there's some really exciting pieces here. So first of all, something here from, oh my gosh, Las Salinas, Ibiza. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. And, oh my goodness. We have got a singing box. I have a feeling that song was created just for this launch, which is totally bonkers. But here we have got what looks to be the new Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, which is perfectly timed because I quite literally finished my last one this morning. So I can't believe how lucky that is. Oh my goodness, look at this. So you've got a new swirly shape, long-lasting, sweat-proof, humidity-proof. Gosh. These are incredible claims. Healthy sun-kissed glow lasting up to 16 hours. My goodness. Oh, wow. Skin looks beautifully smoother by up to 42% in 28 days. So it must have some skincare in there. And the skin is more hydrated. We love a multitasking product. And then we've got a little mini bronzing brush here too. A dreamlike cream bronzing formula that melts into the skin to give that second skin glow. Maybe this will be a little bit like that Chanel product that so many people are obsessed with that I've actually never tried, but I'll give that a go tomorrow and I'll probably let you know in my next vlog. Thank you very much, Charlotte Tilbury. Up next, this lovely box here has been sent as, gosh, this is so lovely. Huge congratulations on finishing your recent garden renovation. We wanted to send you a gift to scent to your garden from Joe Loves, including the new Fig Tree Lifestyle Spray, perfect for garden furniture and cushions. That is so thoughtful. How very kind of the Joe Loves and Aisle 8 team. So here we go, the lovely collection of candles, and we have got the lemongrass, which is my favourite, really lovely fresh one. That's kind of reminds me of a spa experience. It's a really beautiful fragrance. Fig trees, which is, oh my gosh, There's something very warming and calming about the fig tree scent, and that is what they've also sent with the lifestyle fragrance. We absolutely love these sprays by Jo Loves. You might remember at Christmas we were spraying the Christmas tree one absolutely everywhere. It is by far the best Christmas room mist, their Christmas tree one. But the fig tree one is going to be perfect for not only the garden furniture, as they've said, but also in here, because as you can tell, my babies like to make themselves very at home on this furniture. I'm sure you guys all know, but Jo Loves is the brand that Jo Malone now owns after she sold Jo Malone London to the Estee Lauder company. So this is Jo Malone's brand. She has obviously put all of her many years of expertise in fragrances into these incredible products. So very kind delivery from the Jo Loves team. Thank you very much. Obviously, you don't want to mist your animals with these sprays, but when Dickens vacates the area, I'll give it a misting. So I'll leave that there to remind us. Isn't that right? Did you see that side eye?
It's a good habit to get in, actually, whenever Dickens leaves any area, to mist the area.
Yes, because as much as we adore you, you're quite fragrant.
You're particularly smelly.
But Daddy, I'm having a haircut next week and I'm going to be so smart. I'm like my mummy. Yes, very lovely, but very fragrant. Right, what is next? Oh my gosh, I have to show you this. Okay, so this is a leather-bound photo album from Noble Macmillan, which is a beautiful British brand. They've got over 30 years of experience making incredible quality leather products. So I actually went on their website, put this all together, added my personalization, and then I got to the till and there was something that I was a bit confused about. So I sent them a message on Instagram to ask about my query, and they actually came back and said that they would like to send this to me, which is something that I'm very grateful for. So thank you to Noble Macmillan. I got the idea from Grow Veg's YouTube channel to use a photo album as seed storage. As you may remember, right now, my seeds are all stored in last year's RHS Biscuiteers flower box. Or was this from 2 years ago? Which is great. I do think it's a very perfect size for storing my seeds, but they're just not very organized. So what I'm gonna do, so my plan here is I'm gonna spend the afternoon organizing my seeds by month, and then you just put them in here and it's so much easier to flick through and see them all. It's a very bougie way of presenting your seeds, but I'm gonna have this forever now, and I think it's a really wonderful way of looking through them all. We have been joined by a certain handsome sausage. Excuse me, are you trying to jump down now? I think he must have smelt the Biscuiteers. This is a lovely delivery from Elizabeth Arden. Biscuiteers x Buckingham Palace. So let's see. Wishing you a happy Platinum Jubilee with Elizabeth Arden's skincare crown jewels. Elizabeth Arden are proud to have held the royal warrant to Her Majesty the Queen and have done so for the past 60 years. Now, I believe a royal warrant is what you can receive if a member of the royal family, senior royal family, purchases your products. Elizabeth Arden have given 30% off site-wide this Jubilee weekend, so that'll be next weekend when you're watching this, when you spend £70 or more with the code Jubilee30. So that is wonderful. If you would like to do some shopping of your skincare favourites. And what do we have here? Jubilee biscuits are my favourite. So these are all hand-iced from Biscuiteers. I hope there's a corgi in here somewhere. I'll enjoy these with my coffee later on today. And as they mentioned, they've sent over their crown jewels of their skincare. Possibly my favourite Elizabeth Arden product are the Advanced Ceramide capsules. As you can see, they're these little, what do you call them? They have got a special name. Capsules, of course. These little capsules which deliver the perfect amount of the youth restoring serum. I like to apply these both morning and evening, and they're a really good product to use alongside Skin and Me. If you are using Skin and Me, then these are fantastic to apply about 10 minutes afterwards. They really give some gorgeous hydration and yes, hydration, and they're very good for skin recovery and restoration. So this is a really lovely little pot of those. Thank you for the top up. 8-hour cream, which has many uses. Lip balm, cuticle balm, dry skin, bites, what else? Brow gel, it literally does everything. And then the Privage City Smart, which is a fantastic, in fact, I think Charlie might steal this from me. This is the SPF 50 anti-pollution. It's also fantastic for antioxidants within the skin. This is a delivery from a brand that I have been following on Instagram called If Only If, and they make the most beautiful nightwear. I think I saw this first on Lauren McDermott's Instagram, so shout out to her for bringing this brand to my attention. And this is the Nancy nightgown. So I just love a scallop detail, and this has got this beautiful green scalloped edging. This is 100% organic, certified organic cotton. It kind of looks like a pinafore with this cross detail at the back, but I thought this is going to be so lovely and breathable for summer nights. You've also, Dexy snuggling with all of my products, also got the lovely scallop finish down here at the bottom. I think it's so simple and just, you're lovely. So simple and absolutely beautiful. So this is the VCH and If Only If nightwear collection. I really have been spoiled with deliveries while I've been away. This has arrived from T3, and it is, that's funny, T3 like Terminal 3. This is their travel miniature hairdryer, and I have to say it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a pearly pink with this rose gold around the edging and rose gold little dials. Actually really handy because, especially I remember when Freddie and I were in Charleston, the hairdryers in the hotels we stayed in were absolutely rubbish, so I wished that one of us had bought one of these. And in the press information it was saying it promises all the power of a normal sized hairdryer, but in mini form. You've got a cold blast, I think it's an ionizing hairdryer as well, so great for the hair. So I shall be giving this a go. And then it comes with this lovely vegan leather travel pouch too. And the T3 hairdryer actually came with this most beautiful Katie Loxton travel bag. And I didn't realise that Katie Loxton did them in this kind of canvas material, but I think it's gorgeous with this. I don't know if this is real leather or vegan leather. I think this might be a faux leather as well, in which case that's really good quality. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous size bag, really classic. So again, I've just been absolutely spoiled. So thank you very much to T3 and Katie Loxton. I've stashed everything else in this basket, which the Garnier bits came in earlier to take upstairs. So I'll quickly run through these with you. So this is a brand I've not heard of before, Bloom Effects, and I think it must be a Dutch brand. It's all based on tulips, including, this sounds absolutely heavenly, Bloom Effect Black Tulip Overnight Retinoid Serum. That sounds amazing. However, I've got a feeling that I actually can't use this alongside my Skin and Me, so I'm going to actually give that to my mum to try out. I think she will love it. Sounds heavenly. This is a face mask, the Dutch Dirt Mask, fragrance free, and then these sound amazing, and I cannot wait to try these. The Tulip Dew Drops get a dewy morning glow to prime, brighten, and glow. They sound heavenly. I will keep you guys posted. Then a selection of shades of the new Super BB from Aborian have also arrived. I absolutely love their BBs and CCs, as I've said, for like those very light makeup days to no makeup days. They're SPF 20, they've got skincare in them as well, super light base, great for popping in my gym bag. And my discount code for Aborian should still be active, so I'll leave that on the screen. I would definitely recommend checking out their BB creams, and also the Milk and Peel face mask, which I love and I used this morning as well. I think I'm normally between Doré and Caramel as my shades. Doré is probably what I am right now, and then Caramel if I apply a little bit more of my self-tan. What do we have? Oh, yes. Okay, so this is, you guys know I'm obsessed with this serum, the Clé de Peau Le Serum. It's the one that has completely transformed my skin, and I really miss having not used it for the last few days because I've been in London. But this is the new 30ml, which is the smallest one that they do, aka the most affordable. Still very expensive, but I honestly think it is the best serum in the world. And as I said in a previous video, I really notice a difference with my skin. And this 30ml is now exclusive to Look Fantastic. So again, I'll leave that linked down below. This is a long-term favourite product of mine. It is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, and they have relaunched it in this beautiful packaging, which is almost like, I don't know if you can see, but it's almost like an ombre pinky green. This is to celebrate 30 years of the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I think this is actually sent to me by essential.com, so you can shop that on there. Fantastic, especially at this time of year, for just pepping up, brightening and hydrating the complexion. It's super quickly, great if you've been on the beach or out in the garden and you just want to refresh and hydrate the skin. And last but not least, in this little bundle, we have got 2 products from the Chantecaille Rose de May range. Chantecaille harvest their roses in May, which is when they have the most potent of, what would you call it? Elixir? Serum? Essence within them. This is their new Rose de May Eye Lift. Rose is ultra calming, ultra hydrating, a luxurious gel cream made of 1 billion microcapsules of oil. Wow. Gently dispersed in our signature Rose de May rose water. Powerful botanicals offer a mini eye lift while reducing the look of puffiness, dark circles, fine lines and wrinkles. A cool tip applicator refreshes while dispensing a perfect monodose of product. That sounds absolutely heavenly, and this range smells so good. And this is the pure rose water, which is, I guess, similar in its uses to the Caudalie Beauty Elixir that I just showed you. This has got the most heavenly rose fragrance. It is so calming for the skin. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. I love their packaging. I absolutely adore Chantecaille as a brand. It's really luxurious, beautiful and natural products, all like 80 to 90% natural, and they all are just incredibly sensorial and gorgeous to use. So thank you very much to Chantecaille. My goodness, another delivery has actually just arrived, again from Charlotte Tilbury, and I don't know what's in here. The Queen's Jubilee 2022, Her Majesty the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Pageant. Gosh, I'm intrigued. This very posh kind of leather-bound, oh my goodness, it's like a leather-bound shoebox. Wow. Purple velvet lid up here. Magic cream for a magic queen, celebrating the Queen's 70 years of a global icon. Gosh, this is really exciting. This magical, monumental moment in history. I'm honoured and proud to be the official beauty partner for Her Majesty the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Pageant. I have no idea what the pageant is, but that's very exciting. A commemorative collection of beauty icons that honour our Queen's incredible elegance and strength. How lovely. So we've got the magic cream, the iconic magic cream that we all know and love. A selection of the lipsticks, so lovely. I've got Pillow Talk on right now, and the Platinum Jubilee makeup bag. Gosh, what a fantastic selection. Do you know what, darlings? This has been a mega unboxing and I'm feeling very, very spoilt right now. So in the spirit of the Jubilee, I think I'm going to check with Charlotte Tilbury's team first that they're happy for me to do this. But I would like to give this set away to one of you guys. So I'm actually going to keep all the packaging and just send it straight on to one of you guys. So what can I get you to do? So we're not technically allowed to run giveaways on YouTube, but I know that not all of you have got Instagram. However, if you do have Instagram, what I'm going to ask you to do is add me to your favorites. Basically, Instagram stories are doing a few updates, and one of the best ways that you can support your favorite creators is by adding them to your favorites. So I'm going to ask you guys to add me to your favorites and send me a DM on Instagram showing that you have done that with a screenshot and hashtag Josie's Jubilee giveaway, Josie's Jubilee giveaway, and I will pick someone at random to win this collection of the magic cream, 3 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and the Platinum Jubilee makeup bag. If you don't have Instagram, then please leave a comment down below with Josie's Jubilee giveaway, and make sure you are subscribed and have your notification bell turned on, and let me know how long you have been a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And yeah, so good luck. Lovely to be able to share this with one of you guys. I definitely need to do more giveaways. Obviously a lot of the products that I get sent end up going to friends and family, but I think that one of you guys will absolutely love this. Well, 20 minutes of organising later and all of my seeds are now in my photo album. Of course, it's a very chunky book with the thickness of the seeds, but I knew that that was going to happen. And of course, this now means I can look through my seeds so much more easily. So I've done it by order of when I need to plant them. Oh, hello! My little bumblebee has come to enjoy the salvia from the vase that we've got in the middle of the table here. You enjoy that, young sir? So inside, obviously we start with January. It's not many things that you can plant in January. A few of the brassica family, a few of the allium family. So we've got the spring onions, we've got the purple Asian greens, purple frills, and then it gets a lot more busy as we go into February, March, and April, the things like the beetroots. I have left a few pages in between each month so that if I get more seeds, I can pad that out. And then in May, you've got all the pumpkins. And then it gets a little bit fewer and far between as we go into July and the rest of the year. And then I've got my herbs at the back. I don't love growing herbs from seed quite so much, but we've got them there. And then a few seeds which either I've not had much luck with or I'm not too bothered about growing. I'm going to donate these to Sustainable Brails, which is a little club in our village where you can do seed swaps and donate things for the school to grow. So I'll take those along later. Well, we have already decided that we love the shape of this table. We love the shape under here because we really like to lean on things when we're relaxing. So Dickie has been in the shade while I've been doing my seeds, and Dexy has, I think he's tried to find a little warm sunny spot, just like Charlie and I. Dexy, like his daddy, always finding the sunshine, and Dickie, like me, always finding a spot in the shade to go for a nap. Right, I've got some planting to do. Again, my darlings, it's now about 6:30. We've come inside from a lovely day of, it's not really just, you can't really describe it as anything other than pottering. We've just been very slowly, leisurely doing a little bit of gardening, a little bit of general tidying. As you'll have seen, some unboxing, and I've actually spent the last hour tidying up here, unpacking my suitcases, steaming some of the clothes that arrived while I was away. And the room is still actually a mess. Like if I move the camera to any other angle, you can see the mess just starting to appear. But I can't really be bothered to do any more tidying this evening. I'm really hungry. I think Charlie is making a butter chicken curry, so I can't wait. Although we don't have any naan bread, which is half the fun of a chicken curry, so never mind. I actually had my hair in the heatless roller while I was gardening, and the curls have turned out really, really nicely. So hopefully they will last. Excuse all of this mess, but while we were at the Sky event, this was one of the lovely goodies that was in the suitcase that was left for us. It's the Bumble & Bumble Bond Building Repair Styling Cream. It says you can apply this on wet or dry hair before styling, and it does give a little bit of hold. So I'm going to try that out the next time I do my heatless waves. What else do I have to report? My passport finally arrived. So you guys might remember the vlog. It will have been about 3 or 4 weeks ago now where I drove up to Peterborough, had my appointment, and on that day they said that it would be with me within 7 days because I had paid for the fast track. And this week is now 3 weeks later, so I was starting to get really, really stressed. We do have some travel coming up, but also there's a few things right now which I'm like this close to confirming, and the reason why I'm this close and not fully confirmed is because I've been waiting for my new passport number in order to book these trips in. So on Monday morning I can email everyone I need to email with my new passport details, but I just wanted to mention it in case anybody else that's watching is waiting for a passport and thinks that there might be something wrong with the system, because you know, when you pay to get a 7-day turnaround and it doesn't come in 7 days, you might think that something is wrong. But I had seen on Twitter, actually I hadn't seen it because I don't use Twitter, but my friends saw something on Twitter and let me know that quite a few people were in this situation, and people are waiting up to, or I think the average is around 3 weeks, even if you do have the 7-day turnaround. So also, if any of you guys have got a passport that's close to its expiry, I would recommend getting on it ASAP, because the whole system is so messed up at the moment, which is very annoying. But anyway, it looks like the sun has actually just come out again, which is wonderful news. So I think we might have our dinner down in the cut flower garden. It's 7 p.m. now, and this is probably my favourite time when it comes to the lighting in our garden, when the sun is just about to go down behind the church. So beautiful. The herbaceous border looks like it's glowing. Dexy's fascinated by all the bees. I think I showed you this earlier, but the salvia and the lupin and the alliums are just looking so incredible. So many bumblebees. Busy bumblebees. And busy sausage dogs. Dexy, that's not a place for you. This is Dexter's view when he's going through the herbaceous border. Imagine these plants being taller than you are. Dexy, out of there! If you snap my alliums, I'm going to be very upset.